And so we're going to be talking about email subject line losers. So I know that I've invited some marketers here today, as well as some folks who want to avoid subject line mistakes that we see all the time. And we want to learn to better connect with our customers better so that they think of you when they need what you have. So let's talk about that. So one subject line is newsletter. I really can't count how many times I see this one. It's actually one that Sue Glenn uses all the time in her presentations because it's such a common one. It's so common, it says absolutely nothing. And only loyal customers, loyal people who are really excited about your organization are going to open your newsletter simply because it says newsletter. So instead, think about building interest. Think about focusing on a goal or vision or a current problem that your prospective customer or client might be having. So you want to mention highlights of what's going to be in their newsletter, maybe highlight a topic or two in the subject line, and the preview area is also a great place to tease your content. So you really want buy-in, you want credibility. It's important that when you're talking about problems or solutions or challenges or any of this stuff, it's really important that you focus on issues that your customers believe you can solve. So really consider what their level of buy-in is at that point. How well do they know you? How well do they trust you? And you may want to segment some of your emails as well based on different factors of your list if you have a large enough list in it, or it makes sense to do that. Because the more your email looks like it's talking to your customer directly, the more they can relate to it, the better off you're going to be. So I'm a copywriter and PR professional, so I work with business owners and nonprofits all the time to get noticed. And a lot of times I write content most of the time I'm writing content for websites. And a lot of these email issues also apply, and I love hooking people up with email marketing experts and also helping out with their email marketing as well. So here's another subject line that I see a lot. Why you need my program.
3:06 p.m.
Insert whatever brand name you want to talk about, or sign up for this program, or it's really all about the company, the brand. So think about the high level of trust you need to be able to want to open that email. When would you open that email if somebody sent it to you right now? Well, probably only if you're a loyal client and you can't wait for that person's next offering. That's probably why you're going to open it. So it's important to remember that. And I am now opening the live video on Facebook just to make sure to see if there are any comments on here. Okay, not yet. So definitely comment. Let me know that you're out there. Let me know that you're watching. And if you're watching the replay, say hello as well. So think about enticing your clients or your prospects with a result of your program that they can buy, again, or something they can buy into, something they can believe, and something that, or that they're like, it piques their curiosity. Could this really be true? And make sure it doesn't sound so salesy, and well, it can be salesy, but you don't want it to sound like it's some sort of a scam or some sort of a come on. So if you're promoting an event, you might promote some of your panelists, especially if you've got someone who's fun or interesting or unique or even famous. Hey, you never know. So that's important. So So another subject line is urgent, read now. I get these kinds of subject lines a lot too. So you might want to replace them with something a little more concrete. Happening tomorrow. Sometimes last chance will work. Or something like 5 spots left, and then let them know what it is that they're potentially signing up for. If you have the space for it, or just give them a sense that they want to open this because it's a limited time. But you don't want to overuse this either. I've been on a couple of lists that used it all the time. Everything was always last chance, and last chance never seemed to mean last chance. So it's really important that you stick with that too, because even if people aren't opening your emails, a lot of times they are seeing your subject line. Just remember that they did see it, and if you send them over and over again, they are going to remember that. And so because I work with clients on the web a lot of times, it's important to look at what these email subject lines have in common and how they relate to marketing in other ways. So it really all boils down to figuring out the ways that you can connect with your customer as well as best as possible. And that's really what all this stuff has in common. So another subject line is hello. I get this one a lot, and unfortunately spammers also use this one. So a lot of friendly sounding emails turn out not to be so friendly when you open them. And I really appreciate when marketers initiate genuine conversations, when they really do want to have a conversation. The problem is that too many strangers use that kind of hello as a subject line, and they may be trying to sell something right off the bat. So somehow it's not so friendly anymore. So instead, think about putting something meaningful in your subject line and expand on it in your preview area as well. So definitely don't let your ideal clients pass you by just because they weren't expecting your friendly email. So another subject line we've got here is breaking news. This one crosses over into headline territory as well. And what's breaking news to you as a business owner, as a nonprofit? You're so excited about your new offerings, but guess what? It's often not breaking news to people who don't know your company well. And a lot of things seem very everyday from the outside, even though they're exciting from the inside. So consider how your breaking news affects your prospects, your clients right now. And I'm not talking about sales. It isn't breaking news to them that your latest client just earned however much money, or whatever award they won, or whatever happened. Instead, consider the breaking news in your clients or your reporter's world. Think about it from their perspective. So often that means forgetting the breaking announcement and just letting the news speak for itself. So you might put something about a new law that goes into effect tomorrow or next week or next month. It's going to drastically affect somebody's business. That's going to be news to them if they have to take action and they need to do something about it. So it's about, again, focusing on your customers. So definitely sign up if you're interested in this type of language of relating to your customers. Definitely sign up for my wisewordsthatmatter.com/webinar. And I also wrote a blog post on email subject lines. It's up there on my blog now, and I'll also put the link to it in the comments. So thanks again, everyone, and tune in next week for another Facebook Live from Wise Words That Matter.